Draconic Theurgy, Walking with the Dragons. Since the dawn of civilization, whether in the Bible, the Enuma Elish, or countless other ancient texts, dragons have haunted the human imagination. But what if these legends were not mere myths? What if they stem from real experiences, forgotten truths buried beneath time? This is the foundation of Draconic Theurgy, the belief that dragons were not just stories, but living forces that shaped our world since the very beginning. From ancient temples to modern pop culture, the image of the dragon endures, acting as a symbol of power, wisdom, and mystery. But Draconic Theurgy is more than just reverence, it is a path. A path that sees dragons not only as divine beings, but as kin, as rulers of their realms, and as guides for those who seek to awaken their fire. This type of theurgy is heavily grounded on the belief that dragons are literal beings, and not that they just existed, but do exist, and are divine beings in their own right. Whether you're on the draconic path or draconian path, dragons should play a central role in your practice. But what separates draconic theurgy from the other paths is the worship of dragons and the belief that they are primordial beings within creation. Many myths of creation mention dragons and having an essential role connected to the cosmic power and primordial waters. They are rulers of balance and of the universe and of the greater good, protectors of the peace and keeping things in order. Dragons are neutral in nature, equalized in both light and dark energy. The dragons are masters of the 9 elements. Most dragons are dedicated to one element, but can work with all. And when a dragon is bound to an element on a soul level, they become what is known as the dragon ruler of blank or such and such. We now know what a dragon does, but how do we define what a dragon is? This is a unique question with a unique answer. Now, looking back at history, the word dragon comes from the Greek word draco, which is stemmed from a root word which translates to see or to stare. But it also essentially means that the dragons are the ones that gaze or sees, and this will be important later. Now, dragon in layman's terms would basically be a divine mythical being, predominantly of serpentine energy. From the cosmic kundalini force, from the cosmic kundalini energy to the fractal patterns in mathematics, dragons are seen everywhere. Dragons are magical beings who are immortal in nature but are very real and physical entities. Now, typically on the dragon's path, there are two major philosophical structures, the draconian and the draconic path. Side note, I may be using the term draconic theurgy, but it's not strictly based off the draconic path. In addition, it's important to note that there's also those who do not walk the dragon's path, but do work with dragons in their magical practice. Draconic path working is heavily influenced by Wicca, where dragons are revered but not necessarily worshipped. Many on the path see dragons as friends, guides, or mentors, rather than divine figures. This path focuses on working with the 9 elements, being adopted by a guardian dragon, and eventually becoming initiated through a co-magician relationship, essentially forming a partnership with a dragon. A key practice of the draconic path is building a telepathic bond with the dragon realm, becoming what is often called as a dragon rider. Practitioners often form a team of dragons, each with unique abilities to assist in magical work. While many on the path also work with deities and other entities, it's important to note that dragons must be held in the highest regard within a practitioner's magical circle. They are fluid and adaptable, capable of working alongside most pantheons and otherworldly beings, but they do not take a subordinate role. Now, draconian path working is a transformational process centered on working with dragons and select dark gods such as Tiamat, Lilith, Belial, Leviathan, and Lucifer. This path is a deeply alchemical path focusing on the evolution of the soul with the ultimate goal of becoming a dragon either in this life or through reincarnation. Unlike the draconic path, the draconian approach is an initiatory and considered a closed practice, as dragons hold their knowledge in secrecy and choose who is permitted to walk this path. It is typically associated with left-hand path traditions, emphasizing personal power, self-dedication, and the pursuit of wisdom. Now, as I mentioned with the Draconic Wicca and Draconic Pathworking, in Draconic Theurgy, we use the 9 elements. The 9 elements are divided into 2 categories: the 4 primary elements, fire, earth, and water, and air, and the 5 spiritual elements, light, dark, spirit, maelstrom, and chaos. The primary elements are more physical in nature, tied directly to the tangible world, while the spiritual elements are more metaphysical, existing in both physical and energetic forms. Among these, chaos stands as the prime element. It holds the most authority in the elemental wheel, as it permeates through all other elements, representing the raw force that binds and balances the universe. Whether you're working with a water dragon or a dragon ruler of water, the same level of respect is essential. Dragon rulers are masters of a specific element, embodying its essence on both a physical and spiritual level. While all dragons deserve respect, the elder dragons, ancient and wise, hold more authority in dragon society. Younger dragons can be feisty and passionate, but they are valuable allies in their own right. Walking the dragon's path means understanding that dragons are a primordial force, working towards the greater good of all cosmic reality. Through Draconic Theurgy, they are to be revered and honored, not as just guides, but as sovereign beings. The simplest way to walk this path is to embody the 6 draconic virtues. And remember, if I am to claim the dragon, I am not to shame the dragon. Every action reflects the nature of the dragon to the world. Few believe in dragons, and even fewer dare to represent them. Those who walk this path seek to embody the dragon, but how that manifests will differ for each person. But to do so requires personal mastery, a lifelong commitment of refining one's mind, body, and spirit. Being chosen by the dragons is the highest honor one can receive in this lifetime. The dragons favor those who have a heart of gold and walk the path, meaning to embrace a higher purpose beyond oneself. The 9 elements and their rulers will guide your way. Awaken yourself, evoke the power of the dragon's eye, learn to harmonize and balance these forces within and around you to unlock the true secrets of reality. As previously mentioned, dragons take on the role of mentor and guides in different ways. They manifest in 3 primary roles. The guardian dragon, the protector of you and your magical circle. This dragon is your sponsor, advocating for you in the dragon realm, and is the one that will form the deepest connection with you. The second one is the co-magician. This dragon or dragons assigned to your magical practice and ritual work will teach you dragon magic and work alongside you, much like a right-hand ally. Now, the dragon guide is a temporary companion that intervenes in your best interest when needed. This relationship is surface level and usually brief. Think of Falcor from the Never-Ending Story. Once the dragon realm has decided to work with you, many signs and feelings may arise within you. This often happens as pivotal moments in life, sometimes even in times of darkness, when clarity and truth about the existence of dragons are revealed. When the dragons speak, you will hear them. However, at that moment, one must consciously consent to their presence and allow them to work with you. Now, when initiating first contact, this is a simple ritual that I have made an outline for you to create contact with the dragons and the realm. And it's very simple. All you need is yourself, a lit candle, a small altar in their honor, if possible. And this altar could be with crystals, it could be with mementos, that things that matter to you, but just try to revere and make a connection on a practical level with the dragons. Now, one more thing you will need to do is write down what you seek to learn about the dragons. If it feels more natural, speak to them in prayer. Ensure honesty and sincerity. Then you're going to light the candle and say, You're going to light the candle and say, I light this flame in the name and honor of the dragon. And this acts as a peace offering. Then you want to begin to meditate and clear your mind, focusing on the experience rather than forcing an expectation. There is no time limit, simply allow yourself to be present. Let the candle burn until it naturally extinguishes. Now, some signs of contact would be vivid visions or strong mental imagery when in meditation, intense emotions or powerful sense of presence, profound, unusual thoughts that feel external, manifestation of dragon symbols in your daily life, You may possibly have a Kundalini activation or energetic sensation, and when you are able to gain contact with the dragons and start building with them, many things will happen. The first thing that I became aware of was working with the third eye, and I unconsciously became connected to what's called the black diamond dragon eye. Now, in more serious and deeper esoteric circles, this is something that is referenced as the black diamond dragon eye. This is obtained through soul alchemical and awakening of the Kundalini, learning to channel your psychic energy into your third eye and to consecrate the divine spark within your vessel. As mentioned, the word Draco comes from to see or to gaze. Once you have an established relationship with your dragon guardian, the black diamond acts as a two-way mirror between you, the dragon, and the dragon realm. They will be able to look through you and see what you see. Dragons are creatures that exist between thoughts. Furthermore, it should be noted that magnetite crystals have been found in the human brain. Magnetite is an abundant form of iron oxide found around the world. Though its true purpose has yet to be determined within the brain, it is highly speculated that it is a catalyst for our sixth sense and psychic nature. Work with the Dragon Eye Seal to awaken the journey. Now, Draconic Theurgy is a unique path within the greater journey of the Dragon's Path. The key to success lies in reverence for the dragon and maintaining integrity in your actions. Honor both the dragons and yourself as you progress. How you embody the dragon is your choice, but ultimately the dragon's desire for you to be your most authentic self. The journey is about refining and mastering yourself, cultivating harmony within your inner world, and fully embracing the experience of life. My time with the dragons and their realm have been vast. I have spent 11 years dedicating both my body, mind, and soul to understanding their traditions and ways and sharing them with the world as the voice of the dragons. The magic I have seen on a tangible level, the effects that I have created myself, are very hard to verbalize into this world and for you to understand. But I wouldn't have put the time and effort into this video if I didn't believe in it. So thank you for believing in me and watching this. May you have a blessed day. Draco Hicksund.